Hi friends, this is Dr. Surajit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel Dr. Ghosh Presents. I am speaking to you from Kolkata, India. Today's discourse is food. Title being Food Part 1. What protein would you take and why? Please look the screen behind me. The protein has been classification given. It is broadly classified in two parts. First, animal protein and veg protein. Then animal protein has been divided into four classes: meat, fish, egg, milk. Then again meat has been classified two parts: mammals and birds. Now we will take up from the mammals. The meat from mammals are commonly called red meat. Red meat, a beautiful meat since it contains high amount of all the 9 essential amino acids, a lot of vitamin B, a lot of minerals like phosphorus, zinc, iron, selenium, etc. etc. But for its high content of fat and sodium, it gives rise to a lot of bad type of diseases, namely coronary artery disease, type 2 diabetes, colorectal cancers, strokes, kidney failure, diverticulitis. So after a lot of research, study, World Health Organization has given a ban on it and requests all to restrict the intake of such red meat. Moreover, when this red meat is processed, the processed red meat gives rise to more and more trouble. So processed red meat and red meat should be taken as less as possible. Next comes the lean meat, or rather white meat. Birds. This meat contains all the qualities of red meat except that fat and sodium. Fat and sodium content in this white meat are less. So it is rather better options from animal meat. Mammals meat. Mammals meat are red meat. This white meat is bird meat. Compared to red meat, this is good, rather better. Now comes the fish. The fish contains a lot of PUFA, that is polyunsaturated fatty acid, omega-3 fatty acid mainly. This thing decreases triglycerides and LDL from our blood. LDL means low density lipoprotein, bad cholesterol, and this produces less possibility of so many diseases shown in the chart behind. Please look at the chart behind. If you take fish protein, these diseases will not be there, or possibility of these diseases are less and less. Then comes egg protein. Egg protein is a nice protein. It contains everything, all 9 essential amino acids, a lot of minerals, fat, unsaturated fat in the ratio of 1:2, saturated 1, unsaturated 2, and it contains also cholesterol. So for this cholesterol, a lot of person thinks that whether he should take up egg or not. Mind that cholesterol is a part and parcel of our daily need of health. So cholesterol doesn't mean that is bad. When it is taken too much, it may be a bad thing. But if we control it, it is a good thing. And egg is also a very, very good sort of protein. It can be taken regularly if a person is middle-aged or junior, no matter. They can take it regularly. Finally comes milk protein. Milk protein also contains all the 9 essential amino acids, a lot of minerals, but it contains a high amount of saturated fat. For this reason, the aged person should not take this milk directly. They should take milk from which fat has been removed. The low fat content milk can be taken by aged persons also. The most important thing of milk is that we are programmed. Every individual, actually every animal is programmed to take milk from very birth. So milk protein is the best protein of all proteins. Everyone should try to take it. But there are a lot of persons who has got lactose intolerance. They cannot take milk like ordinary person. That is some sort of different type of disease, it can be treated. But since person after birth take milk from his mother's breast, so we are programmed to take milk lifelong, and everyone should try to take this, because this is the best protein available on earth. Now we'll take up the vegetable proteins. I will just show you the chart which was shown to you at the beginning again. Note, vegetable proteins comes from legumes, lentils, beans and peas. Pulses and dal are included in this thing. These vegetable proteins contains slightly less amount of amino acid compared to animal proteins, but that is manageable, and the compensation comes from elsewhere. Just look at the compensation. What compensation comes from these vegetable proteins? But overall, the protein content in vegetable protein is slightly less than this animal protein. But it contains a lot of fibers, all vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytochemicals and healthy fats. Just compare, so many extra things, so compensation comes from this way. Along with vitamin, you are getting all these extra things. And another most important thing is a lot of research regarding sufferings of man during whole life has been done by many scientists, and all have come to one particular proposal, that there are only two things that give us lifelong suffering. Number one is chronic inflammation caused by microchemical agents and autoimmune disorder, and number two is oxidative stress by free radicals. This oxidative stress by free radical are controlled by antioxidants property of vegetable proteins, and this chronic inflammation also covered by these phytochemicals and many other important things hidden in these veg proteins. So think tanks in this matter tell that we should better be lean forward to this veg protein, and in a week we should better, that should be is a ratio of 5:2. 5 days for veg proteins and 2 days for animal proteins, or at the most 3:4. 3 days for animal protein, 4 days for vegetable protein, but not more than this. The less animal protein, the better. The more vegetable protein, the better. So, at the conclusion, anybody can feel that which protein should we take and why. That's all. Thank you. Our present session ends here. You have gone through the whole session. Now please give your comments as to the quality of this presentation. How this could have been much better, what should have been added, or what should not have been added. I'll be waiting for you so that I can give you my best presentation in the coming days. Thanks for the time and attention.